I am what God created me to be, always moving gracefully, abounding in love and wisdom. I am the image of God. What He predestined me to be, I will be, always moving gracefully, abounding in love and wisdom, shining bright like the sun that is always with me, walking in His image. The image of God is the image of me, simply because I have made the decision to let Him abide in me and I in Him, trusting in His plan and not my own.
Hey y'all, hey, let's see here. So this is the third segment of Key's Back Porch Chronicles. However, I am not sitting on the back porch today. I'm actually sitting in the backyard because the sun is beaming on the back porch right now, and that's too much because it's turned my eyes up. So I had to come find me some shade. But anyway, let's get right into it. Today we are going to be talking about procrastination. I don't know if you all realize it or not, but procrastination is a thief. Why is it a thief? Because when you waste time, you end up dedicating more time to something you should have already done, if that makes sense. So, if worship to the devil is worry, wouldn't procrastination also be the same thing? If we're looking at procrastination as a thief, think about John 10:10. The thief comes not but to steal, kill, and destroy, but I come that they may have life and life more abundantly. So you think about the enemy's job is he's a thief, to steal, kill, and destroy. So if you are allowing yourself to procrastinate, you are wasting time. You are basically destroying time, if you think about it, because that's something you could be using. There's time that you have to spend on doing something that you have delayed. I'm trying to find the right words to express it. If you are procrastinating and you have delayed the very thing that you should have done maybe days ago, then that's time you are wasting, because you could be spending that time on something else, if that makes sense. So, as I told you from day one, we're going to get out our Bibles. I got my Bible here with me, so we're going to read a few scriptures together and what it says. Everything we do, we're supposed to do for the glorification of the Lord. Do you honestly think God is glorified when you procrastinate? And I've been guilty of it, so I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to me too. Do you honestly think God is glorified when you procrastinate, when you waste your time? He's not. So let's see what it says. 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, whether therefore you eat or drink or whatsoever you do it all to the glory of God. Every day of our lives, we should be trying to figure out how can God be glorified. Everything we do is supposed to be a reflection of Him, especially if we say we belong to Him. Now, if you don't belong to the Lord, then hey, this is not for you. But if you claim to be a child of God and you belong to Him, then this is for you. Everything we do is supposed to be for the glorification of the Lord. So we are going to move over to Colossians chapter 3, and we're going to read verses 17 and 23. 17 says, and whatsoever ye do in word and deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God and the Father by Him. Verse 23 says, and whatsoever ye do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men. So that got to be pretty important. If Paul has told us more than once that whatever we do, God's supposed to get the glory. Everything we do it heartily unto the Lord. Give thanks unto the Lord. Then that lets you know that this is pretty important. We should not be wasting our time. Like I said, procrastination is a thief. It steals from you. Because, especially, say for instance, you have a deadline to meet and you're steady procrastinating, and then you have to scramble at the last minute trying to get these things done. It robs you of peace. So that goes back to that thief, which you operate in your flesh, but that goes back to that thief. Job is to steal, kill, and destroy. But you are allowing yourself to be robbed of peace. You are allowing your time to be stolen and taken away. So I want to challenge y'all for the next, I'm not even going to say 30 days, 60 days. I challenge you to come out of the spirit of procrastination. When you feel like you do not want to do something, do it anyway. Reflect on 1 Corinthians 10:31. Reflect on Colossians 3:17 and 3:23. When you feel like it's something that you do not want to do, reflect on those scriptures. Get those scriptures so embedded in your spirit to where it stops you from procrastinating. So this is something I want to talk about today because, hey, I have struggled with it myself. But at some point, we have to realize we should be stewarding our time well. We should be stewarding our time well, and we should be doing all things in our life to the glorification of the Lord. Everything we do, we should be questioning, how can God be glorified in this situation? Y'all be blessed.